Hello, welcome to Land-Based Play. My name is Erin. I use the pronouns she, her, and I will be with you for today. So before we get started, I would like to share with you all on exactly what we're going to do with our program. First, we're going to start with our acknowledgements. We're going to acknowledge the land that we're on, and we're going to acknowledge African history. Then we were going to sing some songs together and read a story. And then we're going to talk about what we think about that story. Afterwards, we're going to go into the medicine wheel, read a story about that, and do an activity. Are we ready to get started? Let's do it. So, first of all, I'm going to share my screen so that we can see the acknowledgement that I'm going to share with you all. First, we're going to start with the land acknowledgement. So this is the land acknowledgement statement that we have here. Here we have some words that we might not be so familiar with, but this land acknowledgement has been kind enough to tell us how to say the words. So if we want to know how to pronounce it before we read it, this is Haudenosaunee, Haudenosaunee. And this is Anishinaabe, Anishinaabe. Are we ready to read together? Let's begin. Haudenosaunee, Mississauga, and Anishinaabe nations came together with all their relations. Living together, they had a united wish to share the land and waters in peace, like one spoon with a dish. Now, many Indigenous families, Métis and Inuit too, live here in treaty agreement with me and you. In the spirit of peace, friendship, and mutual respect, we protect each other and the land, which we should never forget. Next, we have our African ancestral acknowledgement, and we can read this one together as well as we have on the screen here. Are we ready? I would like to acknowledge that not all people came to these lands as migrants and settlers. Specifically, I wish to acknowledge those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. I pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent. Though I am not a person of African descent, I am committed to continually acting in support of and in solidarity with Black communities seeking freedom and reparative justice in the light of the history and ongoing legacy of slavery that continues to impact Black communities in Canada. Again, I invite you to join me in that work and hold me accountable to this commitment. Now that we have introduced ourselves in this program, let's start by singing a song together. The song that I have in mind, do we know the song, The More We Get Together? So what I just did there was some sign language, and I'm going to be using sign language to sing this song. So we already have more, and we have together, but there's also happy, where you have your middle fingers brushing up from your chest. And then we have be. So, are we ready to begin? The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. I got one more version that we can sing together, and it's exactly as I said. We're going to sing together. So are we ready to begin? The more we sing together, 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 the more we sing together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we sing together, the happier we'll be. All right, so the next song that I have in mind that we can sing The Itsy Bitsy Spider. This is a song that I always like to sing, but because it's been so cold lately, I'm thinking that instead of saying how the rain washed the spider away, let's sing by the snow washed the spider away. Are we ready? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout, Down came the snow and washed the spider out. Up came the sun and dried up all the snow. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Oh, but let's say that the spider decided to eat a lot of food and became a great big spider. So now we have the great big spider went up the water spout. Down came the snow and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the snow. And the great big spider went up the spout again. And then the great big spider had a bunch of teeny weeny spiders. So now we have the teeny weeny spider went up the water spout. Down came the snow and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the snow. And the teeny weeny spider went up the spout again. Now we've got one more spider made for the 519 specifically. So this one goes something like this. We call it our rock and roll spider. So if we have an instrument that we like, we can play a guitar, we can play a keyboard, maybe some drums or a recorder, whatever we want to play. We pick our instrument and then we rock. So the rock and roll spider went up the water spout. Down came the snow and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the snow. And the rock and roll spider went on to rock again. All right, wonderful. Now I've got one more song in mind for us all together. You know the song Head and Shoulders? I think this one's a really neat song, but as we can see, you can only see the top half of me. So I have a little buddy here with me today so that we can sing all the parts, not just our head and our shoulders, but our knees and our toes, and plus many, many more. So the song goes something like this. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes, head and shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. But why this song? Because I think that there's something we can sing a little more to this song. So now that we know all of our parts of the body, how do we stay warm in the winter? Well, we have to dress up in warm clothing. So what do we wear on our heads? We wear hats to keep our heads and our ears nice and warm. And then around our shoulders, what do we wear around our shoulders? We wear scarves around our shoulders. So we can put on a scarf. And then on our knees and toes, how do we keep our legs nice and warm? We could wear ski pants, big snow pants, so that we can keep our legs warm. And on our toes, we wear great big boots. And then finally, our eyes, we can wear some goggles so we can keep our eyes warm. Our ears, we can put on some earmuffs to keep our ears warm. And then our mouth and our nose, we can wear masks. Those masks can keep our faces nice and warm and it can keep us safe. So let's sing this song using the clothing that I mentioned. So we can say, hats and scarves, pants and boots, pants and boots, pants and boots, hats and scarves, pants and boots, goggles, earmuffs, and a nice big mask. All right, so long, little buddy. Thank you for singing with us today. Now I'm going to read a story with you all. This is a nice short story, and it is called It's Snowing Little Rabbit, made by Marie Loves. Here we have the opening of the book. Lots of snow on the sky and the floor, and some birds sitting in some plants. It's snowing, little rabbit. Look, it's snowing. Big, soft snowflakes everywhere. Bundle up, little rabbit. See, we got our hat and jacket, pants and boots, pants and boots, pants and boots, and some mittens too. Crunch, squeak, little rabbit walks in the snow. He makes a snowball. Where did the crunch come from? It came from all the snow prints. It made a crunch when little rabbit stepped in them. It starts out small, but it gets bigger. How do we make big snowballs? We roll up a small ball and then roll it in the snow, and the snow collects itself so that it gets bigger and bigger. Oh, look, do we see that? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's as big as Little Rabbit. What is Little Rabbit making? Can we guess what Little Rabbit is making? It has grass whiskers and raisin eyes, and so we have the whiskers made of grass, the eyes made of raisins. What is Little Rabbit going to put next? A carrot for a nose. It's a snow rabbit, and it looks just like Little Rabbit. The end. What did we think of that story? Do we like to all play in the snow when there's lots of snow on the ground? I love to play in the snow. I've only made a big snow person a couple of times because the snow can get very heavy when it's very big. But do we know where snow comes from? Yes, the snow comes from the sky. There's water up in the clouds, little ice crystals, we could call them. And as it gets colder and colder, the ice crystals come down as nice big snowflakes. And when lots of crystals group together, they can make even bigger snowflakes as they come down. What's most fascinating about snowflakes is that no two snowflakes look alike. I think that is very cool that each individual snowflake can look like its own unique thing. What are some of your favorite things about snow? You can think about it for a moment. As we think about our favorite things of snow, I think maybe we should start singing another song together. Let's see, we can sing. Ooh, I like the song, The Wheels on the Bus. We just have to be very careful when we're in the snow because it's very slippery. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The driver on the bus says, please move back, please move back, please move back. The driver on the bus says, please move back, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. All through the town, the lights on the bus go blink, 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 blink. The lights on the bus go blink, blink, blink. All through the town, the people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The babies on the bus go where, 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 where. The babies on the bus go where, all through the town. The families on the bus sign, I love you, I love you, I love you. The families on the bus sign, I love you, all through the town. Now, we're going to start getting into our topic for today. Along with snow, we have our medicine wheel. Do we know anything about the medicine wheel? Well, maybe this is something we can all learn together. So first we have our medicine wheel right here, made of lots of stones, and it's made in a circle, and it's got lots of pretty colors. This is a book that is created by Native Reflections. So let's read this together, shall we? This is the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel has been honored by Native American cultures for centuries. It is the symbol of the circle of life. Everything in life happens in a circle, which has no beginning and no end. Using the medicine wheel or the sacred hoop, a person can review or examine the direction each has to offer, as well as the cycles of life lessons. Each direction is represented by a color, a season, a medicine, and an animal. What each direction represents may vary slightly from tribe to tribe. The east door on the medicine wheel is symbolized by the color yellow and the season of spring. The totem animal is the eagle. The east is the direction for seeking illumination and clarity regarding your life path. It is also the direction the sun rises every day. So we have her here, our eagle, the color yellow, and the clarity. If we want to look at the wheel while seeing the color, we have east right here. The south door on the medicine wheel is symbolized by the color red and the season of summer. The totem animals are the coyote and the mouse. The south teaches the qualities of faith, trust, and humility. So we see our mouse and our coyote here. We also have our color red, and we get to see some more scenic backgrounds that can help us represent the season of summer. We want to compare it to the actual wheel itself. We have our red as south right here. The west door on the medicine wheel is symbolized by the color black and is the season of fall. The totem animal is the bear. The power of the west asks us to go within ourselves and to hibernate for a while to review our goals. So now we have our bear up here. We have our color black. And we have our fall season. We have the more tranquil waters as we reflect or hibernate and review our goals and where we are. We want to see on the medicine wheel, we have west and black right here. The north door on the medicine wheel is symbolized by the color white and the season of winter. The totem animal is the bison. The north is the place of wisdom and gratitude, helping us share what we have learned with others and to give thanks for our blessings. So we have, might be hard to see now because the light is so light, but we have our color white right here. And above that's our bison. And we've got our winter season. What do we have to be grateful for? Who can we be thankful for in our lives? We can think about that for a moment as we look at the pictures in the book. And one more time, we have our wheel and our north is white. Approximately 20,000 medicine wheels existed in North America before the arrival of the Europeans. They were constructed by laying stones in a particular pattern on the ground. Most medicine wheels follow the same basic pattern of center stones surrounded by an outer ring of stones with lines of rocks radiating from the center. I'm going to take one little look at this. All right, so if we can really look closely on each stone, there are patterns and animals and designs all circling around us as there is a hand in the center. From ancient times to today, people have sought the wisdom of the medicine wheel. They sit or stand in silence, using this quiet time for deep, personal, inner reflection. This was very much like an earlier color on the wheel, if we can remember together. We want to be thankful for others. We want to be thankful for ourselves and review our goals, such as the west door on the medicine wheel. So let's take a moment, one more time, to reflect. The medicine wheel is used for healing, creating sacred space, praying, fasting, vision quests, seasonal celebrations, ceremonies, and to gain deeper wisdom and understanding. And that is the end of our book. So this was our medicine wheel. We get an in-depth look at the medicine wheel. Do we feel that we've learned anything? Whether we've learned about the medicine wheel, or maybe we've learned a little more about ourselves. Let's do a quick reflection. So the color white is which direction? It is north. Do we want to raise our hands? North, north. This is the north white color on the medicine wheel, which is the season of winter. Now red. Which direction is red? It is south, south, south. How low can we go with south? We want to go as low as we can. So we've got our red for south. And now we have black, which is west. 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 So let's point west as far as we can. Reach our arms as far as we can. Just like on the medicine wheel. And finally we have east, which is yellow. East. So we point our hands the opposite way and reach as far as we can. We've got north, south, east, and west. So now that we've learned about the medicine wheel a bit, let's think about what the medicine wheel means to us with an activity. I'm going to share my screen for this part as I want to show a visual on what I want to talk about with the medicine wheel. This is another book that we have here. I scanned this one so that it would be easier for us all to see. This is a story called Grandfather Tell Us About the Medicine Wheel. And here we have visuals, pictures that are very clear about what each means so that we can use this. Because what I want to do is I want to do a drawing activity. So let's check one more time. We have north, south, east, and west, 4 directions on the medicine wheel. We have 4 races in the medicine wheel, such as white, red, yellow, and black. We have 4 seasons in the medicine wheel, such as winter, summer, spring, and fall. We have 4 stages, such as elder, youth, childhood, and adulthood. Or if we want to go from youngest to oldest, we have childhood, then youth, adulthood, elder. And there are 4 times of day, such as night, morning, noon, and evening. Finally, we have 4 elements, such as air, fire, earth, and water. So I'll bring that back very soon. But first, if we want to do this activity together, we're going to need some materials. I have with me something to draw on. So I have a piece of paper with me. I'm going to place that right here so that when I show you my drawing, I'm going to have it right in front of me. Now we can have something to color with. I have with me 4 crayons, 1 of each of the colors of the medicine wheel. I have a black crayon, I have a red crayon, a white crayon, and a yellow crayon. I also have pencil crayons in case I wanted to use these instead. Whatever you have that you can color with, you can use. And I did not have a black pencil crayon, but a pencil is a very good alternate choice. And finally, if we wanted to, we could use scissors to cut it out. So what do I mean by this activity? So I have my paper here with me, and I want to draw a great big circle. This is going to be my medicine wheel. So we're going to draw the medicine wheel together. I'm going to draw a line straight through, and then I'm going to draw a line straight through again so that we have our 4 directions, our 4 seasons, our 4 colors, our 4 shapes for the medicine wheel. And what if you want to keep it simple? We can keep it simple as long as we remember our colors. And I'm going to share my screen for this so that we can look at it together. But we can use our 4 colors and color in our very own medicine wheels. So let's go back, shall we? So if we want to keep it consistent, and I'm going to compare here, we can color our north in white with our white drawing colors. As you can see, because my paper is white, it doesn't very much show, but I am coloring it in white. And then we can color our east in yellow. We can color our south in red. And our west in black. But if we want to look and draw something that means something to us, if we want to really think about something, here's an example that I have in mind. For winter, for example, in our white part of the medicine wheel, I have my pencil with me, and in winter, I like to think about snowflakes. I'm going to use my crayon instead to draw here, but I like snowflakes in the winter, so I'm going to draw a snowflake. And this is my north of the medicine wheel. Now I'm going to turn my wheel so that it faces me, but on my spring side or my east side, if I want to think about spring, I think about all the flowers that start to bloom. So I'm going to draw a nice big flower. I might actually keep all these in black so that I can see them better and so that we can see them together. But this is my flower. That's what I think about when I think about spring. Finally, we have our summer. And in the summer, I think about lots of fruit, like apples and other delicious fruits. So I'm going to draw that. Finally, in the fall, I'm going to draw a leaf. And then when I have done drawing all of these, then I can color in my medicine wheel so that I can keep my fall as black. I can color in my white, even though it is hard to see, we are coloring it in white. We can color our spring in yellow. We can color our summer in red. So this was very quick. We can all take our time to do these things. But, and I'm going to stop sharing very quickly before I share once more, this would be my medicine wheel. I have winter at the top, then I have spring, summer, and fall. So these are what those seasons mean to me. So now what you can do is when you do your drawing, we can think about what does each part mean to me. We can pick one thing on the color wheel if you want to pick seasons like me, and what are your favorite things about the seasons? Or maybe what are your favorite things about the time of day? Maybe in the morning you can draw waking up, or in the afternoon we can draw playing outside. Or in the 4 elements, we can draw fire. How cool is fire? Or how flowing and relaxing is water? We can pick any one of these, and then we can draw what do they mean to us. And then when you're done drawing, if you want to, you can take some scissors and you can cut your medicine wheel out so that you have your own medicine wheel that you can put on your wall, hang on your fridge, or you can keep it where you keep all the artwork that means something special to you. I'm going to finish cutting this out very quickly. Now I have my very own medicine wheel. So we can either just color in the colors, or we can add some of our own selves to our medicine wheels. What do they mean to us? I'll go through them all one more time, and then we will start wrapping up our program today. We've got our 4 directions. Do we remember how they go? North, north way up high, just like the wheel on the book. South, way down low. And then we've got east, west. We've got 4 races in the world, such as white, yellow, red, and black. We have our seasons, such as winter, spring, summer, and fall. Our 4 stages, such as childhood, youth, adulthood, elder. Our times of day, such as morning, noon, evening, and night. And elements like air, fire, earth, and water. That's right, in this book, this actually had animals in it. So we had our eagle for east. We have our coyote or our mouse for south. We have our bear for west. And for north, we have our buffalo or our bison. So now that we have that as an activity we can do in our spare time, or if we want to replay this and go through it together, we can do that as well. So now I'm going to sing a song that we're going to close our program with today. This is a song that we can reflect on each other and ourselves, such as I love you, or we can use this song to sing about our loved ones. However we wish to feel about this song, we are feeling our love. It goes something like this. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you sign I love you too? And remember, it's okay to express our love in lots of different ways. If we're not comfortable with giving a hug or a kiss, that's okay too. So we can all just maybe we can give a great big wave or a great big cheer. Let's sing it like that instead. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big wave and a cheer from me to you. Won't you sign I love you too? Thank you very much for coming to land-based play with me today.